What's up, YouTube? Welcome to this week's video. We got a new one tonight. We still got wheels, still got a throttle here, but we got a new one. First time doing anything like this one. We're over here at a friend's house working on a dwarf core. He's trying to get this thing ready for race season. He bought it as a basket case pretty much. So he's been trying to piece it together. Had to work on the motor first and get the motor all together and get that thing running. Now dealing with the transmission issue. And while doing the transmission issue, found one of the back wheels wobbling. So move the wheel around a little bit, and we got a wobbly rotor. See how wobbly that is? We got a wobbler. So yeah, we're working at trying to get this thing off right now and see. Looks like the bearings are probably shot on it from what we're gathering. So we got the wheel off. Had to take a couple, they had a bunch of those spacers on right there for probably to offset the wheel in different track conditions. You gotta get that race, or the, what the heck is that thing called? I forget.
Call it spacer race.
Yeah, spacer race off there now, so we can be able to pull this rotor off. We had to take the caliper off, so we got that off right there. And we gotta get that, this little ring right here is what we're trying to get out of there right there. And then we can get this rotor off and take a look at the bearing there. We believe that's probably what's shot. This should be what's shot with the way this thing's wobbling around. So yeah. So hoping to get that fixed, and he's got to deal with the transmission, trying to get this clutch figured out because it don't want to go into gear sometimes. And then when he does get into gear, it's like the clutch is not engaging like it should. So trying to get that fixed and maybe get to a race here soon. So these things, anybody that's never seen these things, they're basically like a little nostalgic car. They use like 30s, 40s, whatever bodies as far as the design of them. They have a street bike motor in it. So some people run a ZX10, some run a CBR 1000, some run Gixxer motors, a Gixxer 1000. This one, you have the ZX10, right, G?
Yeah.
So this one has a ZX10, which is a Kawasaki. CBR is the Honda, and Gixxer is Yamaha. So that's what these things are. So basically, I know there's a company, M&M, that makes frames for these things. There's another company, I can't remember the name, and then I think there's one other company. There's like 3 companies. I know the one's M&M. I've heard some of the people talking about that you can buy just the chassis for these things, and then you get the motors. And basically the chassis are kind of set for these motors, but you still have to kind of piece it together to do stuff. So this radiator right here goes in the front. There's this top 2 right here. It bolts to the sides, bolts to the chassis right there, and then that's what holds this this radiator in here. So you do that, and that takes your radiator off. Then you can move the motor forward, lift up out of the way, and then they run the transmission off of the bike, but you have to set up on the side a drive line like a car kind of, so you have to set that up a little bit different. And then you have your brake, your clutch for your fluid up here. A lot of people, like this one, has the Willwood calipers and the disc, or not disc, but rotor. Most of the headers on these things have to be custom made, unless there's a company. I'm not sure. I'm not too into these things. I mean, I know what they are. They're pretty badass, but I don't know all the details. But I think the headers and the pipes on these things, they're probably a company or 2 that make them for them, I'm sure. But for the most part, they're all custom. And the panels is probably the same thing. You probably can get them from a company that makes them for them. But a lot of the stuff, the Nerf bars, are all custom. Other than if you try and do them yourself. Inside, they just take these seats that probably a lot of the sprint car guys and midgets run, and then you have your gauges. You can put in whatever gauges you want, probably, but probably the best to have is your temperature, your volts, your oil, which is what this thing has. You got your shifter right there. Quick disconnect steering wheel. You got little mini doors that side. Obviously you're not going to use that door to get in and out because it's too small and you can't get over this tunnel right here. So this side right here is the one that you open to get in and out. Yeah, it's a fun one, probably getting in. I haven't got one of these cars, but I know it's probably a task to get in and out of the thing, especially because they're so low to the ground. And then the transmission, so this is on the side here, they come off the side. They go right there to your spline, your shaft. That's what does your shifting. There's your drive line right there. So that hooks to the side, which is all custom because these are street bike motors. They're typically motorcycles, so they don't have a drive line. And then if you look in there, that's where the shifter linkage is for the shift in there. And then they run, most of them run 9-inch rear ends. This one has their 9-inch rear end. So you can quick change your rear ends for your gears depending on your track conditions, how big your track is, and the technical aspect of the track, I would say. So yeah, and you come back here and you have where your fuel cell is, your battery. So you got your fuel cell back here. As you can see, there is your rear end right there. I don't know what other ones they do run these. I know the 9-inch rear end is a common one. There's your, what's the other one? Toyota rear end. So this one has a Toyota rear end, is what this one is. But that's the common, I think, a 9-inch. And then there's your fuel tank. That's your fire extinguisher, because these are probably like our short course, like the big trucks. You have to have a fire system inside this thing. So if it catches on fire, there's a knob somewhere inside the cab that you pull. It triggers that fire extinguisher. And then there's a line. See, if you look at the fire extinguisher at the top of it, there's a line that runs in the cab to the motor that puts out the fire if you got a fire in your motor compartment or on the motor or whatever it may be. There's your fuel pump right there. That's the side of the tank. That's your fuel pump because the fuel injected. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not a lot to these things. They're pretty basic, but it's cool. Here's looking from the back end to the car. So that's this little back window right here. You guys look. So it's back window looking in, side to the driver's seat, windshield, steering wheel, all that good stuff right there. So, but they're pretty cool. That's what I tried to get Luke into. If we weren't going to do the short course racing, tried to get him one of these because we could both race these. Well, he was too young at the time, but he's getting old enough now because he'll be 16 this year. In another 2 months he'll be 16. So he's to the point where he can run one of these too if he wants, but he didn't want to do that. So he may at some point, who knows. If I could really get where I want to be in life right now, we'd race off-road and we'd have one of these two to go race here and there because, again, it's at Ventura Raceway, which is 15 minutes, 20 minutes at the most from our house, so it's close. Easy, quick to get to. Don't have to go overnight anywhere. Less fuel travel. So, but who knows? If we can get to a point where we're able to do more motorsport stuff like we want, who knows? We may get one of these too. At least for me. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So anyway, we got this right here too also. So there's a little hood that goes on this. This doesn't stay open like this. There's an air cleaner that goes on that motor. He's just got that covered up right now because he's having to work on it. So there's the air cleaner right there. Goes on top of it. There's parts of the hood. So you got a side over here that goes on this side. Panels up right here. Then you got a piece that goes up here, and you got a big hood scoop style hood that goes up over this and covers all this, so that's not exposed. And then for the most part, once you do that, this front end's all enclosed, so it doesn't look like that when you're racing. The only thing, the part I think is open is just one side, right? Isn't like one side over here open?
The other side's open with it.
The other side, that's right. The other side is open where the header is. That's right, where the header's at right there. This is open. So this right here, when they're racing, these things are open area right here, but the front right here has like a little grill, like a 32, 34 coupe kind of style, goes on there. And then this is all covered. And then there's like a cowl induction hood that goes up right here. And that's what this is for. This Zeus is to the Zeus fasteners to the top of that. And then all this is covered while you're racing. So they're pretty cool. And these things are, I haven't driven one, but I've talked to we know a couple people that already race them ourselves. Brink Motorsports, that here in Ventura, their hometown here. They race one. And then there's a neighborhood kid that just got into one this year that 2 streets up from us, Diego Navo. He races one. And he went from a compact, the compact class to one of these, and he said it's a blast. Like, it's so fun. So he said these things are really fun to run, and they actually, believe it or not, these things only run in up to like 2nd gear. These guys don't even run past 2nd gear on most of the tracks. So yeah, they scream once you get out there running. So hopefully Rick can get this thing going. We'll get out there and watch him run this thing and see how he does. But yeah, we're getting to this thing. Got Allen fit in there? You get it?
Nope.
Still not?
Can't find one.
Oh shit.
It's gonna be your turn. I'm still searching.
Damn it. America, baby. There we go. Now we're getting some good ones. Not too bad. We got a good seat right here then. Oh, hear them all? They're going off like crazy right over there. Look at that. There's some more going. Yeah, there we go. They got some good one now. You should get some lawn chairs up on the RV right here. We got RV sitting right here. Take some lawn chairs and sit up on top of there. Then we got a good show. Oh, that was a good one. There we go. Pretty sure the show just started because Santa Paula, which is where we're at, where we live, has their fireworks show right off in that area. I think 9 o'clock was their show, so that makes sense. We're seeing some good fireworks because that's about the direction area that they were doing their show. Ooh, that one lit up. Yeah, there we go. Nice. There it goes, a perfect spot right here. We found her. It's a little bit higher, it'd be nice. There we are, baby. 250 years. 1776 to 2026. USA, America. But here it is. We got the you guys rode off there, and yeah, it's pretty loose. Let's see if we can get it out of here. Turn around. So see that? That shouldn't be like that. That shouldn't be like that. That's pretty sloppy. Completely worn out. Yeah, it shouldn't be like that at all as far as a slop. So yeah, I would say he's got a new bearing. It's pretty, if you go around this side, same thing. I mean, look at that. That's completely loose. That's not supposed to be like that. So, anyways, yeah, he's going to knock that bearing out, knock the race out. He'll put a new one in, get that put in there. And then looking at this thing, that's weird. We don't know why. We're kind of dumbfounded here. If you look straight down, you look really close, there's the axle housing, right? Look at this axle. And look at from a straight on. This side right here, it's further away. This side, it's right there. It's completely almost like, it's hard to tell in the video, but this side is out just a little past the axle housing. This side's completely in, so it's really strange. We're not sure why that is like that is, but that's something he's probably just gonna run for now. But anyways, there it is. Give you guys a little video of the dwarfs, what these things are like, and something new to check out for the video, and what we're doing and the different things we're around. So yeah, that's gonna be the wrap for this video. Short little video for this week to throw together for you guys. I'm having to work this weekend. Sorry we didn't go anywhere exciting. Just kind of hung out for the 4th of July, some family friends here. Helped them with the dwarf car here a little bit. And next weekend, we'll probably be at some races. We have a couple different races we're thinking about going to. So we'll have something cool next weekend for you guys. But thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. If you are, then cool. Appreciate it. And we'll see you guys in the next one.